Oshawa Information Bravo. Weather at 1100 Zulu. Wind 340. At 7. Visibility 9 miles. Sky clear. Temperature 5. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3017. Approach RNAV runway 30. Landing and departing runway 30. Inform ATC that you have information Bravo.
Oshawa Tower, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform holding short 30 on Bravo for departure.
Oshawa Mike Victor Uniform Tower, wind 320 at 6, from Bravo clear, takeoff runway 30.
Cleared 30, Mike Victor Uniform.
Airspeed's alive.
Mike Victor Uniform Tower, change on route frequencies for flight following. Contact Toronto Center 133.4. Good day.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Golf Fox Yankee Juliet, Oshawa ground.
It's really nice when the plane is mostly empty how quickly it jumps off the ground. I was not ready for rotation so quickly this morning. Anyway, we're on our way to Chris's. If you've been watching, you'll remember that a while back I had some engine stumbles, and we played around with a few things and we wondered what it was, and one of the things that Chris kept saying was, you know, it's probably that old Magneto. So on one side we switched to an electronic ignition, the electro air, but on the other side the secondary Magneto is still a Case Magneto, you know, something built in the 1960s, designed in the 1920s probably, who knows. Case no longer makes aircraft Magnetos, and nobody rebuilds them. So the one that we took off to do the electronic mag, I, you know, walked that thing from shop to shop to shop and made tons of phone calls, and nobody in, you know, my area was willing to touch it. There was a guy in Louisiana that said, oh yeah, he'd do it, but the whole problem of, you know, shipping it back and forth across the border and what it was going to cost, it was just better to bite the bullet and upgrade. So that's what I've done. Today I'm going up to Chris's shop and we're going to put in a new PowerUp Magneto. PowerUp is part of Hartzell, and what they've done is taken you know, the standard aircraft Magneto and upgraded most of the parts. Anything that had an AD or a service bulletin is now upgraded beyond what it was before, and they do rebuilds. They sell remanufactured rebuilds. They also sell brand new builds, and the brand new ones are supposed to be amazing. So get up to Edenville, and Chris and I will tear it apart and put in the new PowerUp Magneto.
Edenville traffic, this is Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, Cessna 172, currently 7 minutes to the southeast, inbound for landing.
Golf Victor Uniform Sierra, we're 7 minutes south of the field, planning for 1-3, we'll cross over midfield and join the left downwind 1-3 in 7 minutes, Edenville.
Last call for Edenville, this is Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, currently 4 minutes out, planning on joining the left downwind for 1-3, full stop, Edenville.
And check mark.
Edenville traffic, Mike Victor Uniform turning base to final, runway 13, full stop, Edenville.
Power up.
Okay, you probably opened it.
I opened that one. That's the harness.
Okay, that's the harness. What's the standard harness? PowerUp harness. Okay, that looks correct. So far, so good. There it is. Magneto. That's what it says.
What do you think the weight difference is?
I don't know. Negligible?
Think so?
I don't know. We can weigh it. We'll pull up the scale and check.
Maybe
It was
down.
negligible because I don't want to amend the weight
don't want-
balance. Come up.
One Case Magneto. Okay, so here's the old one. This is a Case Magneto. This was probably designed in the 30s.
Before that.
Before that, made by a tractor company. And this is what originally came with the aircraft, but they can't be rebuilt. There's nobody in our area that will rebuild them. I just got laughed at. It's a boat anchor. This is the new PowerUp Magneto. Smaller, more powerful, more reliable. What PowerUp has done, this is a rebuilt Magneto. So what PowerUp has done is taken Champion Magneto and improved all of the interior parts. Anything that had an AD or a service bulletin has been improved, changed, and improved. So not really going to get any more power out of that engine, but it's going to be more reliable. How often do you get a bad Magneto, Chris?
It's not uncommon at all. I'm trying to think of the last. Like some guys, you say you're not getting much. It shouldn't make much difference. But I've had guys where the mag has gotten so better when you put the new one on, everything's better. Starts better, runs better, maybe even a few miles an hour more speed. So it's not hopeless to get more out of it, but.
Well, I was coming up on the.
Last year, I probably had 4.
So you've had 4 failed mags come through here in the last year, and I'm getting to the point where I think there's 400 hours since the last inspection on that one.
Yeah.
And so at a 500-hour rebuild, it wasn't going to happen. No one's got parts.
Yeah, it's the old technology, so we should be better. Better starting, better everything.
You just put it in.
Okay, so this is a plug. I'm going to read the instructions because I don't do this every day. We're putting this plug in here. Should tighten in better. And it basically is going to create a stop. The piston is going to come up to it. We're going to go one way, come up to it, the other way and come up to it, and then we're going to calculate where we are, whatever. So what we're doing is finding our timing point, which on this engine I believe is 28. Didn't we look this up before? We did. On the last, refer to video dated. It's kind of sensitive, and if the plane, like you see the
plane is tilted, yeah.
We're 77.4, so we'll say 77.3.
Chris is swinging the prop. He's a professional. All precautions are taken. Nothing's going to happen.
It doesn't have a magneto or an ignition harness in it, and the other one runs off electricity and the master's turned off. There's no spark on this engine. Okay, that's top center. Here, a little diagram. Okay, we went one way to a stop. So we went this way to the stop, right, 0. This way to the stop, 0. This way, right, this one became the same.
Okay.
Right, and then we divided it in 2, right, which gave us our opposite point, which is now top center.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yep.
It's a kind of simple geometry. And so now we'll go back to our timing point, which we said was it 26, or maybe we should look it up.
Yeah, we should look that one up. Okay, so the gear gets moved from the old mag to the new mag. That's the drive gear that engages with the engine.
Boom. Like that and like that. My little dial thing there. We're right now sitting at 26 degrees before top. We looked up the type certificate. 26 degrees is our timing. So where the engine is sitting, where the mag wants to go in when the points fire. And so I've got this here, they call it a penny nail, right? But it's got the little step there, and I'm gonna rotate this. The rotation of the magneto is left, right? In here we're marked with a right rotation and a left rotation. And so I'll pick the one that says L, which is the bottom one here. So for left rotation, right? And now I'm gonna slowly turn it against the impulse, or opposite the impulse, so I don't get caught on the impulse coupling. And I'm trying to stick my nail in. And I'm just gonna, and what we're looking for here, once I get it in, is the firing point for number 1 cylinder. Come on in, there we go. There. So it's all the way in, that locks it in. Right now what it is, the points are opening to fire for number 1 cylinder, or number 1 cylinder where the timing be, and whatever, so we're gonna slide it in. Somewhere there. Just trying to get the gears to mesh there. Sometimes it goes real easy, sometimes not so much. There we go. Okay, it's in there. Looks like I got lots of room for it.
So on the old one, it had flanges that held it in place. So you wouldn't be able to twist the old one, would you?
Well, the old, there's slots, and then so when I put it in this one, it doesn't care where it is relative to the engine, right? So you see it's kind of up, like since kind of standing straight up here. I could pull it and gear it to the next one. And that's sort of what I looked at there, was that, you know, do we have enough room to rotate it one way and the other? And we do. So we're just going to leave it sort of the way it sits here. And then once we get it in, we'll get a rough timing measurement out of it. And then we'll fine tune it right down to where it needs to be. Okay, so we're trying to time it. Okay, so there's where she's firing, right there.
And so you're just twisting the body of the...
So we had the pin in, and the mag was like, it fires when the point opens. And so we're at the point where we're coming up on high cam, the point is just about to open, right? And then we've got our engine set to the 26 degrees it wants. So we're right at the firing point for number 1. And now we slide it in, whatever, and now we're close. And so now what we do is we simply, by moving the mag, we're moving the position of the points. And so we can hear it, point opens there, point closes, opens, closes. So I'm going to set it right at the edge of it, and then I'll go to the prop and I'll do a little bit of fine tuning on it. So right there, and you see it's just slight, I'm moving it. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but maybe I'm moving it 2 or 3 degrees kind of thing.
Okay.
Right, and so now I'll snug it up there. And then this thing timed out, so we knew we were at 27 when we started. Yeah, so we'll call it 0. That's 26 on that. So we'll snug up here. And now there's going to be a little bit of gear lash, so we can't it's hard to get perfect. So we'll come off now, right there. And then as we watch my number here, we come up through my 26 right there. And we're 0.7 of a degree off. And so we want to fire it just a little bit later than that.
And so it's just wiggling at this point?
Yeah, we're just kind of moving back and forth just slightly. So I'll just move it off my open point. There. Just snug it again. And then we should get.
I have to say that, you know, in an age where, you know, you hook your laptop up to the computer on your car and you change a few numbers and everything works out. This just seems very last century.
Sounds better. It sounds good like that. That's what the old guys used to say. Just do it by hand.
That's a lot better harness than the one we took off.
Nice. Harness is marked. Oftentimes it's right on the cap. With this one, they've on the leads there. So we just pick out which ones go where. And they're usually cut to length already. Yeah, oh yeah, he redid the whole thing. It's beautiful. Yeah, I got a few pieces today.
Clear. RPMs, all that sort of thing. But when I pull it back to idle, it idles really low. So back to Chris, we'll turn that up, get the cowl on, and then we can get back to Oshawa. Okay, so I had Chris increase the idle speed a little bit. For some reason, it had dropped down below.
Edenville traffic, Lima Tango Hotel is backtracking, so where you want.
Down below it was comfortable for me, so he lifted it up a little bit. So now we're idling at around 650 RPM. Before it was getting down to like 250, or after we put on the mag, it was dropping down to 250. It had never gone down that low before and was running really rough, so I had him lift it up a little bit. This is essentially a test flight. You know, I've done all the run-ups, we've done all the testing, we've made sure that everything works, but this is the first flight, so I need to be on my toes. I need to pay attention to everything. I've done all of my checks. Everything is ready to go, so make our way out to the ramp. And back to Oshawa, and everything works out. We'll just take off, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for stopping by. Any questions about any of the work that I do, you know, please send me an email. I try to get to as many of them as I possibly can. I'm always happy to share the knowledge. I think that's one of the things that I did. One of the things that I really wanted to accomplish with this was do the job myself, film it.
Traffic, Lima Tango Hotel, rolling 31, straight out 3000.
Film it so that I could look back at it and remember what I did, but also just to share that knowledge with other people. So if you find anything that that you need a little bit extra help with, send me an email, and if I can help, I will.
Edenville traffic, Mike Victor Uniform taking off runway 31 left turnout departing southeastbound. Mike Victor Uniform, Edenville traffic.
Airspeed's alive. Everything's in the green, everything's good.
Oshawa Information Quebec. Weather at 2000 Zulu. Wind 200 at 5. Wind variable between 170 and 230. Visibility 9 miles. Sky clear. Temperature 17, dew point 10. Altimeter 304 tree. Approach RNAV runway 2 tree. Landing and departing runway 2 tree. Inform ATC that you have information Quebec. Oshawa in
Deputy. Foxtrot Yankee Alpha, clear to land, number 23.
Roger, clear to land 23, Foxtrot Yankee Alpha.
Tango Oscar Tango, change on for good, get in. Tango Oscar Tango.
Offshore Tower, this is Foxtrot Mike Victor Uniform.
Foxtrot Mike Victor Uniform, Offshore Tower.
Offshore Tower, Foxtrot Mike Victor Uniform, Cessna 172 with information Quebec, currently abeam Uxbridge at 3,400 feet, inbound for landing, last departed Edenville.
Mike Victor Uniform, runway 23, wind 210 at 4, altimeter 3042, cleared right base, report Brooklyn.
Right base 23, report Brooklyn, Mike Victor Uniform.
Mike Victor Uniform, squawk 1201. Foxtrot Yankee Alpha, exit 30, ground 184. Mike Victor Uniform, clear to land, number 23.
Clear 23, Mike Victor Uniform.
Oshawa Tower, this is Cessna 152, Foxtrot Yankee Alpha, turning base.
Foxtrot Yankee Alpha, number 2, traffic short funnel.
Number 2, Foxtrot Yankee Alpha.
Yankee Charlie X-ray, change on for good, see, get in.
Harbor frequency, good day, Yankee Charger expired.
Whiskey Lima Quebec, line up runway 23 and wait.
Whiskey Lima Quebec, line up and wait on runway 23.
Mike Victor Uniform, exit convenient right, contact ground 18-4. Good day.
Exit on Bravo, contact ground, Mike Victor Uniform, thank you.